Hi guys, this is Val from valkayink, and today we are looking at the Poka Suka figure. This is a prize figure from Band Presto for, of course, Osomatsu-san. Clearly because I'm obsessed. Yet more of these happening. So yeah, I actually got this second version, the Moku Moku pink version. That's the second version, the original being this Miziru aqua type color for the clouds. Those are the difference between the two sets that you can get. Here is the back of the box and the side views. And as always, these stickers on prize boxes tend to be on top, which is annoying when buying online, but you deal with it. Anyway, people were asking me about some other Osomatsu-san figures. I was planning on picking this one up, and of course it's another group figure. So I really like the design of this figure. It's more like the brothers, they're always fighting in the show. And so I was pretty impressed when this box came in. I mean, it's a decent sized prize box. And then I opened it. Wah wah. Gus, cheer me up. I need a little cheering up, bud. Can you do that for me? He's like, no, you're on your own. So tiny, half the size of the box. But yeah, was not expecting that, given that the image and the box itself are pretty big, pretty tall, you know, a decent sized prize box. Anyway, I'm gonna zoom in and then we'll talk about the figure itself after I opened it. Alright guys, and here is a nice zoom in on the full figure itself. Now, this guy only stands about 3.5 inches, that's about 9 centimeters tall, so it's not a very large prize figure. Normally prize figures are at least over 10 centimeters, closer to 12, you know, something about 4 to 5 inches, something a little bit more substantial. But I will point out, this does have 6 characters in one figure, and sometimes it's just hard to get enough height on a figure when you have to include so many things. But for comparison, here is this figure, which I will get to details in a moment, but here is a Galaxy Express 39 prize trading figure, and the trading figure is about the same size as the prize figure. So you get what I'm saying about the height issue. It's just not a lot of figure for what you pay, but you know, I did only pay $10 USD for this. Now at the time I was wondering, why is this prize figure so cheap? Normally prize figures tend to be like $14, $16, $20 USD, that kind of thing. And now I'm realizing it's the size. So I'm not sure how many reviews of this guy went up online yet, but I really wanted to do one just because I want people to know what kind of size they're getting when they're buying a figure, especially if it's in a fandom or an anime or a figure set that I personally enjoy. I like to give you guys that information. Now, the figure itself, I actually really like. There are a lot of really lovely elements. First of all, when it comes to these cloud pieces, the pictures kind of show a really dark pink, a really kind of gray color. This figure is actually really white with a really light cotton pink shading, and it's really pleasant. I really like it. One thing that I'm not sure is going to show up very well on camera is that it has some pretty horrendous seams on the sides. Not a big deal, pretty common with prize figures, but just something to be aware of if you are looking to purchase this one in particular. Now, one thing I really do like is the way the brothers are depicted on this. I mean, it's adorable. This Ichimatsu is my favorite. I mean, it just looks like him. It just has that style about him. This Pouty Toto is my next favorite. Totomat's always looking, you know, cutesy no matter what the scenario. And then, of course, the trio fighting here looks great, acts like the show. It's a bit stiff, but you know, when you're screenshotting or pausing a fight scene, what are you gonna expect? One thing I will say about this figure that I both love and hate, I love Karamatsu's eyes, kind of hate how his mouth looks. Does not work very well, kind of chimpish. I mean, it is Osomatsu-san and it's partly just the style, but yeah, it's one of those make or break things about this figure, so I just wanted to show people. I'm actually really happy that I went with the second pink design because I get blue stars on this. Because there's a couple of little detail stars. They're yellow on the aqua version. Really prefer the blue ones, really like it with this light pink. It just fits the tone of the show, so I really like that. I love when all of the brothers have their individually highlighted hair according to color. You'll notice like Choyamatsu has green highlights and Ichi has purple. It's because they're all color-coded that way. And that's really as much as I can say about this figure. Now this figure does come with the main piece that's all together, and then it does come with these cloud parts that you actually have to hunt down and find where they fit, because this figure did not come with instructions, and it was completely sealed when it came in the box. So it's just one of those things where you have to line up the pegs. They'll have an L shape or a T shape, and you just have to figure out which ones fit where. It's really easy if you've, you know, done figures before. But just a little warning, here's what the back looks like. Not sure anyone would ever display it like that, but yeah, I really like it. I think it's really cute. I will say it doesn't look bad with other Osomatsu-san merch. Like, it's pretty small, but the Good Smile one, which I reviewed earlier, is actually pretty close in size, you know? Like, it is bigger, and you do get more of the characters in the Good Smile one, but it's also 6 times more expensive. So that's the difference price-wise of what you get and how much detail and color you get. Sometimes if you go with a company figure that's a non-scale figure, you'll get a bit more going on, like it has a unique base and so much more added on per character. But if you just want something that shows the boys in their natural element, this little prize figure shows them, you know, pretty much acting and fighting the way they do in the show. So that's really all I wanted to show about this one. I want to say hi to all my new subscribers. You guys rock. And as always, I really adore you guys. You guys are awesome. And I want this YouTube experience to be your experience. So I always tell people, you know, watch the videos of mine that interest you. Skip the ones that don't. It's totally up to you. It's totally cool. Anyway, guys, that is it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this little review and this little angry churro here. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.